Just here to get straight to the point. My wife and I have been married since we were 25. We are 38 now. We met in college, got married, and everything has been great. We both graduated, got good jobs, and started our lives together. My wife and I both made good money, so money was never an issue for us. My wife worked for her father's small business while I worked for a very large company. After a few years, my boss left the company unexpectedly, and they needed someone to take over. The only person who knew how to run the department was me, so I got a major pay jump, better bonus, better benefits, the works. So, at 28, I was making probably 3 times more than my wife. At 28, the same year, my wife gave birth to our first daughter. Then, 2 years later, our second. My wife, due to working for her father, was able to have more flexibility in working. Well, around 5 years ago, my father-in-law passed away unexpectedly. That left my mother-in-law and wife in a difficult position. They had to decide whether to sell the company or run it themselves. My mother-in-law had no idea how to run it, so my wife said she would take over. After my wife took over the company, it performed just as well as when her father ran it. With that being said, my wife received a significant pay increase, more than me. I was proud of her. Going from a basic worker to running a whole company isn't easy. Anyway, our daughters started suffering from not seeing their parents. My wife and I discussed one of us staying home. She said, "The company you work for will be fine without you. Mine could go under." I agreed. So I quit my job and became a stay-at-home dad husband. I do everything. I make sure the girls are all taken care of. I cook, clean, fix things, make sure errands are run, you name it. I pamper my wife when she gets home from work. This went well for a while until about a year ago. My wife was always very appreciative of what I did and loved it. But she has become very mean lately, saying things like, "Do you do anything? Or how about you work for real what? I work every day making sure you don't have to lift a finger when you get home at all." Also, I had a real job, but I quit to raise and take care of the girls, our home, and you. Not to mention my wife is very affectionate and always has been, but she stopped initiating intimacy, and when I asked, she was never in the mood. That was very odd. Eventually, I stopped trying. I just thought, with all the pandemic stress and everything else, she was just overwhelmed. I started trying harder to make her happy, but nothing ever worked. Last weekend, my oldest had a softball game, so I got everything ready and we went. During the game, I wanted to take a video for my mom and dad since they live in another state and don't get to see my daughters that often. I forgot my phone, so I asked my wife if I could use hers. She had been glued to it all day, so it would be good for her to take a break. Anyway, she handed it to me and said she was going to get a drink and a snack. She got up. I started videoing my daughter when a message popped up on some app. I checked, and I couldn't believe what I saw. My wife and this guy from her work, who is 8 years younger, were exchanging intimate messages and sending videos and pictures. They were discussing their close connection, and then about me. He was mocking me for staying home while my wife worked, and she agreed with him. I couldn't believe what I saw. I was extremely hurt and upset all at once. I heard my wife coming back, so I closed the app and continued videoing. On the ride home, and when we got home, my wife tried to talk to me, but I wasn't in the mood. Eventually, we lay in bed, and for the first time in a while, I guess they hadn't met in some time. She tried to be affectionate. I told her I wasn't in the mood. She said, "If you are going to be a jerk about everything, you can sleep on the couch." I got up and went to the couch, and have been here ever since. I don't know how to move forward with this. I really just don't know where to start. My wife was my everything. My girls are my world, and all of that is falling apart. Any advice would be greatly appreciated as I really need it. Update 1. First off, I do have the text, pictures, videos, and everything. Second, I don't own any of the company. It is 50-50 between her and my mother-in-law. Third, I can't sleep in the